Okay, let's start the prayers before teaching. Umahu, umahu, umahu. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Sambara Sambara Vimana Saramahajavahu. Om Smara Smara Vimana Saramahajavahu. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Gurus, I take refuge in the Buddhas, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. To the Buddha, Dharma, and our Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all my sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, and our Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all my sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, and our Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all my sentient beings. In particular, I must achieve enlightenment quickly in order to free all numberless kind-minded sentient beings from the unimaginable ocean of samsara sufferings and lead them to peerless full enlightenment. For this purpose, I must listen and thereafter put into practice the teachings of the profound Buddha Dharma. Teyata, Shame, Shamawati. Shamita Shankru Ankre Mankre Marosite Karote Kyori Tezowati Uluyani Ushuda Nimani Mana Panaye Kukre Kaka Krase Krasani Omoki Para Muki Amuki Shamitani Sawa Graha Panda Nani Negehitra Sava Para Pawadina Vimuta Mara Pasha Sidabitwa Buddha Mudra Anun Gatita Sava Mari Uttarita Parishide Vikasantu Sawa Mara Kramani. I prostrate to the gathering of Dakinis of the three places, coming from the supreme holy sites of space and joy, who have the powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation, and regard practitioners as their offspring. Aka Samarata Shada Rasa Marayape. Aka Samarata Shada Rasa Marayape. Aka Samarata Shada Rasa Marayape. Tayata Gati Gati Pargati Parasam Gati Bodhisattva. Through the power of the truth of the great words, through the power of the great truth of the words of the exalted three jewels, may all adverse conditions be overcome. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. May all the evils such as enemies, obstacles, and hindrances and adverse conditions be pacified. Shatim Priye Soha. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse harmful conditions. May everything conducive be obtained, and by the auspiciousness of everything good, may there be excellent happiness here and now. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary spirit, happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment, and anger to near ones and aversion to others. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I join the artistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Reverently, I prostrate my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since beginner's time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. The Heart Sutra. Thus have I heard, once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha at Virtual Peak Mountain, together with great gathering of Sangha of monks and a great gathering of Sangha of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the Samadhi that expresses the Dharma called profound illumination. At the same time, Noble Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, while practicing profound personal paramita, saw in this way. He saw the five skandhas to be empty of nature. Then, to the power of the Buddha, Venerable Sariputra said to Noble Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, how should a son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice a profound personal paramita? Addressed in this way, Noble Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava said to Venerable Sariputra, O Sariputra, a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice a profound personal paramita should see in this way, seeing the five skandhas to be empty of nature. Form is emptiness. Emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form. Form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, formation, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Sariputra, all dhammas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Sariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dhamma, no I dhatu up to no mind dhatu, no dhatu of dhammas, no mind consciousness dhatu, no ignorance, no end of ignorance up to no old age and death, no end of old age and death, no suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Sariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of personal paramita. Since there's no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhists of the three times by means of personal paramita fully awaken to unsurpassable true complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of personal paramita, the mantra of great insights, unsurpassed mantra, unequal mantra, the mantra that comes over suffering, should be known as truth. Since there's no deception, the Prajna Paramita mantra is said in this way. Ayata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parastam Gati Bodhi Svaha. Thus, Sariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasava should train the profound Prajna Paramita. Then the Blessed One arose from the Samadhi and praised Noble Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, saying, Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice the profound personal paramita just as he had taught, and all the Dagadas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Sariputra and Noble Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, the whole assembly and the world with his gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas rejoiced and praised the words of the Blessed One. Okay, we shall take a break here.
Right, thank you, Anita Chen, for leading us in the prayers before teaching. Right, so for those of you who are online, thank you for joining us again. And right now, we are awaiting Singha Rinpoche to enter into this Zoom session. So at the moment, you can prepare your mala beads and offerings for mandala offering.
Good evening, Rinpoche. Everyone may offer 3 prostrations to Rinpoche now, and then we offer the mandala.
Okay, let's offer mandala before the teachings. Omahum, Omahum, Omahum. Om Raja Ground Ahum. Here's the mighty and powerful base of gold. Om Raja Line Ahum. Outer ring is encircled with this iron fence. In the center, the king of mountains, Mount Meru. In the east, the continent Puba Vidiha. In the south, Jambuvipa. In the west, Aparagodaniya. In the north, Uttarakuru. Around the east, the subcontinents Deha and Vidiha. Around the south, Chamara and Upper Chamara. Around the west, Sata and Uttaramantri. Around the north, the subcontinents Koraba and Koraba. In the east is the treasure mountain. In the south is the wish granting tree. In the west is the wish granting cow. In the north is the harvest that needs no cultivation. Here's the precious wheel. Here's the precious jewel. Here's the precious queen. Here's the precious minister. Here's the precious elephant. Here's the precious and best of horses. Here's the precious general. Here's the great treasure vase. Here's the goddess of beauty. Here's the goddess of gardens. Here's the goddess of song. Here's the goddess of dance. Here's the goddess of flowers. Here's the goddess of incense. Here's the goddess of light. Here's the goddess of perfume. Here's the sun. Here's the moon. Here's the umbrella of all that is precious. Here's the banner of victory in all directions. In the center are all possessions precious to gods and men. This magnificent collection lacking in nothing, I offer to you my kind and holy root Lama, together with you venerable lineage Lamas, and to your Lama, compassionate Lama Lozam Dowan Dodichang. Together with the assembly of gods, I offer this pure and beautiful collection to you. In your compassion, accept what I offer for the sake of all beings. Having accepted this to myself and to all beings, please grant your blessings through your great compassion. This ground anointed with perfume, strong flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and moon. I offer in visualizations as pure Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. The objects of my attachment, anger, ignorance, my body, my wealth, and enjoyments, without any sense of loss, I offer this collection. Please accept it with pleasure and bless me with freedom from 3 poisons. Venerable Holy Gurus, in the space of your truth body, from billowing clouds of your wisdom and love, let fall the rain of profound and extensive Dharma in whatever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Om Yidam Guru Rana Mandala Kapniyatayami. Precious Guru, please grant me all realizations of the path from Guru devotion to the completion of the training, the unified Raja state. Please grant me blessings that my mind will become Dharma, that Dharma will become the path, that hindrances in the path may not occur, that I may cease all wrong conceptions and receive immediately the 2 precious Bodhisattva. Okay, let's greet Rinpoche. Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Okay, good evening. Today question a little bit long. Anyway, for those of you who attending first time or new, then welcome. Thank you for switching on your camera. Also, thank you, Apple Chen, for sharing us. Apple Chen, Yen Chen, direct from Lhasa. She is now in Tibet. If you see her, she's alive now in Lhasa. She's on pilgrimage in Tibet, and so she's showing us a Potala Palace and the background. So she's a pilgrimage to the four holy mountains. So I think she's going to be in Tibet for 1 month. So there's some questions for tonight. I don't know how to answer. I just try my best. Yeah. Every week is like exam, This people don't give me the questions like, 1 week in advance to study. They give me like, half 1 hour before the teaching, I think. Or something like this. Okay, so tonight, one of this topic is about Guru devotion. So, good evening. Every now and then you have emphasized on the importance of Guru devotion cultivation during the weekly Dharma teachings. Is Guru devotion practice play a more important role in Vajrayana Buddhism than in Mahayana and Sravakayanas? Okay. While Mahayana as the great vehicle, Buddhism sometimes refer Theravada Buddhism as Hinayana, lesser vehicle. But why Vajrayana practitioner who highly look upon themselves as result path, coin a term causal path on Hinayana and Mahayana Buddhism? Should the devotee goes through Tantra initiation to practice Guru devotion seriously? In Teaching Choling term, and since it's registered as Mahayana, non-sectarian Buddhism, can we safely put it regardless we are Hinayana, Mahayana or Vajrayana Buddhist? We can still practice Guru devotion wholeheartedly, depending on individual devotees' heart and soul inclination. Thank you. Wow, one question, like, one question with so many questions. I think this question, best person to answer, I think, I feel good to ask Ibrahim Mama to answer. Okay, I try to answer, okay? Dalai Mama, anything to add? Not question.
I think most beneficial for everyone to answer to come from you.
Okay, so is Guru devotion, okay, is the practice of Guru devotion, does the practice of Guru devotion play a more important role in Vajrayana Buddhism than in Mahayana and Sravakayana? Then in Mahayana and Mahayana and the listener Sravakayana, is Guru devotion play a more important role? I honestly tell you, Guru devotion play the most important role, not more important role. But Guru devotion is not for beginner and not for everybody. Okay, Guru devotion, not for beginner, not for everybody. Hi Dave, how's Where are you? France or Germany?
Hello, Sifu. I'm in France now, in Paris.
I see. So, first of all, we must understand Vajrayana Buddhism. To practice Vajrayana Buddhism, one should actually understand that, the foundation of it is still Shravakayana, listeners, okay, and Mahayana, okay. There's the about the great path. It's about the great heart, which is the foundation. Is about bodhicitta, and so you cannot say if you practice Vajrayana that you don't have the foundation of, you don't practice at the same time. Some say Hinayana, some say Theravada, some say Mahayana. They just practice Vajrayana. Actually, that is not correct. So, you see right now, what is you see, when you go to primary school, I don't know what you call primary school in Europe or in the US or in Canada. Elementary school maybe, right? And so when you go there, do you learn anything from the teachers? Do you learn anything from the teachers in primary school, elementary school? We do learn right? We learn, right?
Yes.
Do you prostrate to your teacher? Will you listen to everything? Will you bet your life on the teacher? Whatever the teacher says? Okay. Now you wouldn't, but at that time, whatever the teacher says, you just follow, you just do, isn't it? So, Theravada Buddhism is something like that. The main thing about Theravada Buddhism is about teaching us what is beneficial, what is not beneficial. And the crowning jewel, which is the most fundamental in terms of its very foundation, is liberation from samsara. Freaks like us who practice, the so-called greater Buddhism, we talk as much as we shit. Okay? We don't take whatever we talk and practice seriously. The Theravada Buddhists and the Theravada Buddhists and the the serious ones, even if they are not monks and nuns, many of them also do not eat after lunch. Some eat one meal a day. Some also just eat breakfast, a small breakfast, and then they eat the noonday meal, and then that's it. They know what is necessary to maintain the body, to sustain the body, and they focus on practice and the meditation and everything. So we cannot say Hinayana or Theravada is lesser. This is totally wrong. Okay? It's like now we say, oh, we've got Wi-Fi and everything, but then the wires the wires that connect us to the Wi-Fi and everything, they are low. That's not right. Right? Now the next thing right now is this Mahayana Buddhism. talk a lot about the greatness and everything. You know, like I said, you know, many of us who practice the greater Buddhism, the Mahayana Buddhism, we really talk like we shit. Why? Because we only know that we talk, we say we have love, we have bodhicitta, we have this, with that, but we cannot even accept one another. We are so critical of each other. You know what is the real essence of Mahayana Buddhism? You want to know? Okay. All right. The real essence of Mahayana Buddhism is electricity. Okay. Very often taken for granted. It is the one that gives life. Okay. It is, and electricity is the one that keeps everything connected and alive. You understand? But totally taken for granted. Electricity, power is totally taken for granted, isn't it? How many of us would, you know, really say appreciate electricity? You know, we take it for granted. At a snap of the finger, then we must have this, we must have that. Right? Even without electricity, we can have this computer, mobile phone, but without electricity, you don't get this. We don't get this connection and everything, isn't it? So Theravada Buddhism or Hinayana Buddhism is the wire that connects everything. Okay. Mahayana Buddhism is the electricity that gives life to everything. Right? So it's like now children who go to school, in elementary school, in primary school, then learn about the foundation and the basics, right? And then when they go to middle school or secondary school, and then we learn about the know-hows and knowledge of things. Okay. Now, Vajrayana Buddhism, when we talk about Guru devotion, the main focus now, Guru devotion here comes about the one that teach us how to fine-tune the life skills. So foundationally, we learn in primary school or elementary school about learning how to read and how the basic knowledge of things. And then we go to secondary school, we learn about the deeper knowledge and the history and everything else, right? And then the Guru in Vajrayana is the one that teach us and guide us this life skill. Okay, we may have everything, but you know, what is a life skill? Life skill right now is emotional intelligence. Right? Many of us have intellectual intelligence, IQ, but emotional intelligence is something really special now. People begin to appreciate that. So why is Guru devotion important? Because a Guru is the one that loves you unconditionally. Even we say we are parents, but parents also many a time love their children conditionally. You do this, then I give you this. If you do that, then I love you. Then you are good. If you don't do that, then you are no good. Then it becomes like a trade-off. Right? We are teaching children how to trade off rather than loving themselves and knowing the life skills. So this is something that is I want to say, because of the life skill, because the Guru give us the life, teach us the life skill, because the Guru teach us how to go beyond just learning, then it goes even beyond one thing, which I'll talk about it later. I don't want to talk about it now. Okay. So basically, we say the Guru is the foundation of everything. The Guru is the one that exposes ourselves to our own karmic faults. Then it will make us want to sincerely renounce samsara and seek directly towards enlightenment, go directly towards enlightenment. You know, the activity of liberation and enlightenment is the same. What is different is the power, the motivation. That is the, you know, if all the Theravada Buddhists were taught, were received the transmission, were taught and guided with proper Mahayana teaching, all of them would equally, you know, there's no such thing, first of all, to say that if you are Mahayanist, you look down on Theravada Buddhism or Hinayana Buddhism. That shouldn't be the way. Like I said, great is a collection of small. Okay? Great is the collection of small. Okay. So one big tray can put many, many small plates of cake. One big tray can put many, many plates of rice. One big tray can put many, many fruits. Like that. Think about, reflect about it like that. So in terms of Vajrayana, yes, Vajrayana Buddhism, Guru devotion is the heart of practice. In fact, I would say 100% Guru Yoga. Okay, 100%. Right? Why? Because the Guru is the one that exposes ourselves to our own nature. He don't fault you, and at the same time don't fault you, at the same time don't how to say, make you happy. Okay, Guru is the one who is supposed to let you experience yourself. We are the one that at the end experience ourselves. You know? Right? So Guru is the one. Why he's so special? Because he let us experience ourselves, and he also let us see our own and experience our own karma, and therefore he give us the life skill to become a Buddha. Okay, so that's my attempt to share my in terms of that. Okay. So it says, so why Vajrayana practitioner who highly look upon themselves as result path or resultant path, coin a term causal. Okay, here your spelling is wrong, and many people always see this a big mistake. Here it says casual path. Okay, on Hinayana and Mahayana Buddhism. It is not a casual path, it is a causal path. C-A-U-S-E. Okay, is cause. So therefore it's causal, not casual. 不是随便来，不是乱来。Okay, it's not not anyhow practice Dharma. No, it's not casual. It's not taking your own sweet time. It is a causal path. It is the path that we plant the seed. Okay, so we sow the seeds and not drop bombs. Okay, so Theravada Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism, it is about sowing the seeds and not dropping bombs. Okay? Vajrayana Buddhism is about dropping the bomb. Okay? So Vajrayana Buddhism is about dropping the bomb, but the understanding is, I think whoever asked this question also didn't see properly. Many people ask me, what is a casual path? Casual path. I'm thinking long time, casual path, casual path. What's casual path? There's nothing casual. It's causal. So this also casual path, big mistakes. Okay, this is spelling you didn't see properly. Okay, many people ask me this casual path. Even few days ago, again somebody asked me casual path. I got what this casual path? No, it's not casual. It's causal. Okay, so coined a term causal path on casual path on Hinayana and Mahayana Buddhism. No, sorry, it is Vajrayana Buddhist. A real Vajrayana Buddhist under proper training from Vajrayana Guru never say that. Never say Hinayana and Mahayana is casual. No, it is a causal path. It causes many things to happen. Okay. Should the devotee go through tantric initiation to practice Guru devotion seriously? No, you don't have to go through tantric initiation to go through seriously. But the moment you receive a tantric initiation, you are supposed to seriously practice Guru devotion. And that Guru who give you the initiation, that you have to cultivate and see that Guru as your Buddha. Okay? So in Tengchen Choling's term, and since it's registered as Mahayana non-sectarian Buddhism, can we safely put it regardless we are Hinayana, Mahayana, or Vajrayana Buddhist, we can still practice Guru devotion wholeheartedly? First of all, Theravada Buddhism also have throne for gurus, you know. Also have throne for gurus, right? If you don't believe me, ask N-Type. Right, there's in Myanmar and Burma, do they have thrones for teachers, Bantes who give teachings? They do, right? Yeah. So, you see, so when it comes to that, many people just say, oh, only the Tibetan, no, the Chinese Tibetan Buddhism. Then they say, okay, then Chinese Buddhism, they also don't have like a throne. This throne is I think it's a wrong name. Honorable Dharma seat, maybe. Precious seat of Dharma, maybe. More suitable. Throne like king, you know. Kings sit on thrones. Maybe I think throne is bad translation. Okay. What they say, you only sit on the throne to give Dharma teaching, isn't it? There is nobody sit on the throne to watch TV, to sit on the teaching throne to watch TV, or to do many things, you know, to do other things, right? So actually, I feel maybe habitually we say Dharma throne, Dharma teaching throne, or the throne. Well, what throne? Everybody sit on the throne. The best throne is the throne that, you know, let you feel the feeling of liberation to go down, not liberation to go up your own water closet, the toilet. That is also your throne, everybody's throne, even also my throne. Okay, yeah. So really, it's not a matter of many people have a mistaken say, oh, Theravada Buddhism, they don't have a Guru devotion. Yes, they do have. Theravada Buddhism also have Guru devotion. Okay, it is practiced accordingly to their culture, their style. Yes, there is. Right, even Chinese Mahayana Buddhism also, they have rosewood rosewood or other kind of a seat, proper seat, you know, in front of the Buddha, and then they have a teaching and everything, right? This according to the Chinese style. Okay, so that's it. Okay, everybody have their own styles. There's the seat that is honorable to the teaching of Buddha. Okay, so there is a next question. So can we? He says we still can practice Guru devotion wholeheartedly, depending on individual devotees' heart and soul inclination. Yes, you can still, definitely you can still practice according to your heart's inclination. But most important, what is Guru devotion is not about your heart inclination, it's about, you know, throwing away your heart. That is Guru devotion. Guru devotion is not the Guru want you to kowtow, to pray and this and that. No, Guru devotion is your Guru want you to know that you can also become greater than what you believe yourself to be, and you also can become, you cultivate, you can become Buddha. When you can become Buddha, you automatically Guru. But many people want to become Guru. Guru is not Buddha. Guru does not equate to Buddha. So become Buddha and you become Guru, but don't become Guru and thinking that you are Buddha. Become a Guru is not becoming Buddha. Okay? In Vajrayana, the gurus, your guru, we see you train as to see as Buddha, because your guru is the one that gave you all the initiation and this and that and everything. And after that, then therefore, guru is Buddha, guru is Dharma, guru is Sangha. That's why Namo Guru Bhya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Okay, it goes to the point that the guru is the one that expose ourselves to ourselves and do not leave us feeling the pain, but give us hope, give us light, give us direction, give us goal, okay, give us the goal, okay, and push us to practice, encourage us to practice. And that person is the one that is giving us the life skill. Okay, so that's all I have to say about this guru thing. Second question, in Vimalakirti Sutra, goodness gracious, Vimalakirti Sutra, it says, what is not resting in the uncompounded? The Bodhisattva practices voidness, but he does not realize voidness. He practices signlessness, but does not realize signlessness. May Sifu explain this, please? Why is it that the Bodhisattva practices something but does not realize the thing? Aren't we supposed to have realizations? Wow, big questions, right? Big question, right? Let's see. Ani Nechen, aren't we supposed to have realizations? Please answer.
No.
Why?
Huh? What is there to realize? When,
What's that?
if you really like realize already that what is there to realize, you know? If you already achieve something, then what is there to achieve? I think like that lah. Yeah.
You think like that? I see. Then maybe ask Ani children. Ani children, what's your answer?
Sorry, what's the question again? So many words, I'm so sorry. Maybe Rinpoche, you please explain.
I waste my time. You pretend. What is not resting in the uncompounded? Okay. So what is not resting? What is not resting in the uncompounded? The Bodhisattva practices voidness, but he does not realize voidness. Okay. He practices signlessness, but he does not realize signlessness. Okay. So ask me to explain. Why is that a Bodhisattva practices something but does not realize that thing? Aren't we supposed to have realizations? So right now, my answer to you is no. We are not supposed to have realizations. That's my honest word. Scary? Okay. Vimalakkhati Sutra, some of you, do you all remember teaching Choling giving you all out this sutra? And nobody treasured it, right? Yeah. So anyway. Let me see the faces of people online. Thank you. Okay, no, we are not supposed to have realizations. Okay, because if you want to have realizations, you always be in the state of want. It's like, you know, I ask you, what do you want? And they say, what do you need? What do you want? Oh, I need money. I want money. You'll always be in a state of wanting money and needing money. What do you want? You can just say, oh, do I say, I want happiness? Or what do you want? Happiness. Do you understand what I mean? Right? In a state of wants, always wanting something, always needing something. So no, we are not supposed to have realizations. We should directly just go for awakening, not realizations. Go for enlightenment. Okay, awakening. Enlightenment is another bad English word, I feel. Okay, basically, many people say, oh, enlighten. What is enlightenment? Enlightenment means to be able to see. When you are able to see, you have awareness. So enlighten, and you know, that's why in Buddhism, the greatest offering is a light offering. Because light gives off, light let us be able to see. So we dispel ignorance like that, understand it to be like this. So let me see the question. I think there was this text there just now. So, okay. Okay, so we have something on the screen. Bodhisattvas, can I see the upper, scroll up a bit, please? Okay. I think it's very long. What is not resting in the uncompounded? Okay, the Bodhisattva practices voidness, but he does not realize voidness. He practices signlessness, but does not realize signlessness. Okay, so let's say we go straight to enlightenment. We talk about when a Bodhisattva who practices emptiness, he does not need to realize this. Do you understand? Right? If the main word right now is this, let's go back to the text there just now. Okay, right now you see the Bodhisattva practices voidness, but he does not realize voidness. Okay, what is not resting on the uncompounded? What is uncompounded? Everything everything in this phenomenal world is compounded, right? So we just use something that is uncompounded. In a modern term, let's say a vacuum. We have a big room, there is a vacuum. And therefore, in this vacuum, let's say in this vacuum, I drop one feather and I drop one feather and I drop a 10-pound weight. Which one will it land first? How many of you say the weight land first? Oh, you don't know, right?
Both land at the same time.
Yes, both will land at the same time because it's a vacuum. Therefore, there's no gravity. Okay, so there's a compounded phenomena in an uncompounded condition. A feather is a compounded thing. A stone or weight is a compounded thing, but it's landing, it is in the condition of uncompoundedness. So, so over here, when it says, can I have the text again? So please don't take out the text, just leave that here. What is not resting on the uncompounded, right? What is not resting? Okay. Not resting over here, we can see as like the vacuum. Like the vacuum. If everything is vacuum or space, okay, vacuum or space, everything is there. Like a rock or a piece of wood, is there space in wood? In between the atoms, is there space in stone? All right, so maybe right now we are talking about something very hard. Okay, let's go, but we have to understand, if you focus with a microscope, then a rock or something solid is looks like a bun. Inside there's a space and structure, and there's a space and structure inside, have molecules and atoms and photons and everything. Okay. What is not resting in the uncompounded? Everything is resting in the uncompounded. Okay. So everything is within compounded phenomena. There is space. Okay, like within one cake, there is space in the cake. Then the cake it rises, right? Okay, Like a loaf of bread, it rises. So the Bodhisattva who practices voidness, but he does not realize voidness, because you cannot practice voidness if you don't know voidness. You can only learn about voidness if you don't know voidness, if you don't know emptiness. If you don't know the view, you can only learn about the view, and you will only learn the intellectual knowledge, and it becomes an intellectual property within your mind stream. You understand? Yeah. So that's why, what is there to realize? When it comes to that, the focal point now is this: many people are learning the Dharma to have knowledge or to realize something. Then it becomes like their Big Bang moment, and it becomes something like an ego. And say, oh, I have realizations, I have this, I have that. Right? So now the next one, it says, he practices signlessness. So what is signlessness? Why do we even need to look for signs? You see, when we really want to practice, we really want to cultivate the path, all right? What there is seen, what there is compounded has signs. For example, you grow a seed, you sow a seed, you plant a seed, and then it sprouts, and then it grows. So the seed becomes the plant, and then the plant, and then it grows. It is compounded, right? What do you give? You just put water, and then maybe some fertilizer, and then after that it becomes a plant, and suddenly becomes having so many things, right? Gives you wood, give you leaf, give you oxygen, give you flowers, give you fruits, give everything. Like myself, recently I grew a pumpkin. I grew a pumpkin seed, and then it became too big for me to. The plant became too big. Right, I didn't expect it to be such a big plant. Creepers everywhere and stuff like that. So it's compounded. Seed itself compounded. Compounded seed have compounded result, and then compounded condition leading to compounded result. So if you practice signlessness, and then there's no need to see what is the sign of signlessness. You understand what I mean? If you really want to have an ease, then don't look for somebody to say that, wow, you're at ease. You really want to practice to have a inner peace. You just be inner peace. You don't need somebody to tell you, oh, you look like you got inner peace. Then you feel happy that, oh, somebody praised me that I seems like having inner peace. So something like that. Okay. So what is interesting is actually, noble sons, the line above here says, noble sons, a bodhisattva who applies himself to the Dharma is a bodhisattva who does not destroy the compounded realm. Okay, why? Why? Because all beings are in the compounded realm. And therefore, the purpose of a bodhisattva is to treasure sentient beings. And all sentient beings being so compounded, a bodhisattva who is applying himself to Dharma is here, now I use another bad word. The bad word is called salvation. Is here to give salvation to compounded beings. So let's say we can close this now. We can close this. Thank you. Okay, so let's use a bad word. The bad word is, I am here to give you salvation because I am practicing the Dharma. Because I'm practicing the Dharma right now, I am giving giving teaching, and therefore I am giving you salvation, then it begins to sound all wrong. And feel wrong also. Okay? So the Bodhisattva is somebody who, whether is giving teaching or not giving teaching, is and everything is the same. He is sincerely cultivating. You understand? Without the need to show, no, without the need to prove, without the need to receive praise, or without the need for anything at all. It's just natural. Just like, you know, the tree will continue to grow, whether you like it or not, whether you appreciate it or not, the tree will grow. There was not one day that the tree will stop growing, isn't it? You understand? Okay, so understand it to be like that. There will not be one single day that the tree will stop growing. Okay, the day the tree stops growing is the day the tree starts dying. Okay. So in the same sutra, the conversation with Manjushri regarding how a bodhisattva console another bodhisattva who is sick. And Vimalakirti said that the body is impermanent, but should not exhort him to renunciation or disgust. Okay. So the question is, why would Vimalakirti say in this way not to develop renunciation? Now, over here we understand renunciation as renouncing. It's like to say, to a bodhisattva, to encourage another bodhisattva, okay, is to have like, let's say, if I am not well, so one good example is, go back to the text again, please. So good example is, you know, Kopan Geshe Losang Sherab, you know, who is the Umze chanting master. He come and then he always says, oh, Rinpoche, please get well, you know, all sentient beings need you. You have to continue to turn the wheel of Dharma, and this please manifest a good health and this and that. So you see this how a bodhisattva console and request. What if you turn the other way around? Yeah, you are sick. Samsara is disgusting and this and that. Yeah, you should renounce, you know, and let's go nirvana. Die lah. If it's time, if you don't like, then die lah. Then how? So difficult for just because you are sick and then you give up. You understand? So a bodhisattva dare to, you know, say, yes, our body is impermanent, sometimes healthy, sometimes not healthy, this and that, but you know, the activity of it is most important. Okay, so you say you should tell him that the body is miserable, but should not encourage him to find solace in liberation. So this liberation is nirvana, you know, means mati, you know, means die. Okay, yeah, that the body is selfless, but that living being should be developed. All right, you see, so this is as what I said just now. The body is peaceful, but do not seek ultimate calm. Okay. Oh yeah, you are sick. Okay, please go retreat and everything. Just hide and like this. You know, he should encourage his empathy for all beings on account of his own sickness by remembering the suffering experience from a beginner's lifetime and everything. You know, for the welfare of all sentient beings and stuff like that. So you see, so this is what it really means to encourage in terms of valuing by showing gratitude and by requesting and showing gratitude. Okay, so down here says, at the last time, does a bodhisattva console a sick bodhisattva in such a way to make him happy? Okay, So then why is a Bodhisattva happy? The Bodhisattva will only be happy if his activity is meaningful for the sake of others. If the activity is not meaningful for the sake of all beings, then of course not happy. Then there's no need to live long. You understand what I'm saying? So then there's no need to live long. So the renunciation, the understanding of this renunciation is, whoever is asking this question is a very, 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 very light or skin deep. You have to go deep to understand the nature of Dharma rather than the nature of the word. Right? So then there is one more question. Dear Rinpoche, what are the 4 means of unification to develop living beings? This is found in the Vimalakirti Sutra. I don't know. I need to see what is the... So like I said, it's easy to ask a question, but I want to say we must understand what is the cause of question, what is the nature of question, what is the purpose of question, what is the condition of question. And because we are not like a religion of the word of God, where everything is based on this word, and that is this, and this is it. Okay, so why, good sirs, in this Saha universe, there are 10 virtuous practices which do not exist in any other Buddha field. What are these 10? They are to win the poor by generosity, to win the immoral by morality, to win the hateful by means of tolerance, to win the lazy by means of effort, to win the mentally troubled by means of concentration, to win the falsely wise by means of true wisdom, and to show those suffering from the 8 adversities how to rise above them, to teach the Mahayana to those of narrow-minded behavior, to win those who have not produced the roots of virtue by means of roots of virtue, and to develop the living beings without interruption through the 4 means of unification. Those who engage in these 10 virtuous practices do not exist in any other Buddha field. What are the 4 means of unification? Unification of to unite. If I'm not wrong, I cannot remember right now, honestly. But if you ask me right now, one most important means of unification is to unite a way. You know, okay, how we want to understand unite or union, okay? One seed, when it sprouts, what happened? What happened when the seed sprouts? Let's say a soya bean or a green bean. When you soak it in the water and you put it on a cotton pad, what happens? Maybe, or you can unmute yourself, please.
You will see there's roots.
What else?
The seed coating breaks open, and then the first set of leaves will pop up.
Okay, the seed coating breaks open. Okay, after the seed coating breaks open, what happens?
Rinpoche, is it that the seed becomes a sprout and the seed dies? So there's no more seed.
Oh, okay, that's also not wrong. But what is the most important thing that happens before that?
The seed coating break open, then the water go into the seed, inside the seed.
Okay, what else?
Is it the seed break in half?
Yes, the seed does not, the seed is not breaking in half. The seed actually, from one seed it becomes, you understand? The roots grow and then the seed, the skin or the shell breaks open, and then after that it breaks into two halves. It opens from one to become two. So what is union? Union means to go back from two to back to one. Okay, in Chinese they say everything originally is oneness. Okay, but this oneness that splits one to become two. So 无极生太极. Okay, so from zero, from none, breaks out to two. Okay, from everything itself is in oneness, then after that it becomes extremes. So one of the four union is the union away from self and other. Isn't it? Okay. So if it's my own understanding right now, I cannot remember everything. I feel it should be, it may be extreme of self, extreme of permanence of self, the permanence of phenomena, external phenomena, and the other extreme of everything truly exists, and the other extreme of nothing exists. So if you dissolve these four, the four way of union, let's go back to that. Then I think that is but here Gwen has an answer. Let's go back to the answer there. Can we see the answer Gwen, that Gwen wrote? The four ways which a Bodhisattva forms a group of people united by common aim of practicing the Dharma, which is giving pleasant speech, accomplishment of alms, and teaching the Dharma. Also, which are the four activities of growing the, so this is also known as the four activity of increasing Dharma. Here it says the four activities of increasing the Dharma. Okay, giving, teaching, skillful presentation, skillful speech, skillful presentation, giving, teaching, okay, then generosity, okay, and practicing what we preach. So down here, this also four ways of increasing the Dharma, means of unification. Thank you. Okay, so on the other way, what I say, okay, let's go back to the text just now. Okay, develop living beings without interruption. So how actually, if up to me, okay, I think this part is the sutra part. So if it's up to the so over here, right, those who engage in these 10 virtuous practices do not exist in other Buddha fields. Because somebody asked me, why other Buddha fields don't practice this? Okay, don't practice these 10 virtuous practices. Because those other Buddha fields, the beings there don't need to practice this. They don't need to cultivate this because they don't have such problems. Don't have such problems that we have here. Okay, right? So that is my there's one more question. Please explain. You should absorb yourself in contemplation so that neither body or mind appear anywhere in the triple world. This is found in the disciples, in chapter 3, the disciples' reluctance to visit Vimalakati of the Vimalakati Nidesa Sutra. You should absorb yourself in contemplation. that neither body nor mind appear anywhere in the triple world. So then please meditate and experience your body, speech, and mind disappear and experience oneness with space and sky and universe and the air that you are breathing now. It is same air, same space that you can breathe now is the same space that is in the sky. But higher than that, there's no more oxygen. There's everything else, but space is space. Understanding interdependent arising, and then you go into, you meditate. There it says, absorb yourself in the contemplation. So to contemplate, everything exists. Everything that exists has in them the very space of emptiness itself. So in the tantras, in the sutra, they always chant, everything is empty. From the space of emptiness arise this syllable, and then after that arise to become like this vase. So I give you a good example of this vase. Okay, so let's go to this camera. Okay, let's see this vase. Can you see? Can you see? Now this vase is real, right? This vase is real, right? Is this vase truly existing? Is this vase existing? Okay. So this vase exists because it comes from an idea, right, of somebody else. This water, in fact, we call this vase, actually, this is a water jug. Ceremonial water jug, isn't it? Okay, they call vase because the vase, because they say holding water. Actually, I'm wondering why they call it vase. It's a water jug. Okay, yeah.